Doo-doo-dee. It's Nandi!
Hello friends and welcome. We're doing a double video today in preparation for the Aun'Shi event. This video is going to focus on Aun'Shi's character kit and skills in action. If you're watching this video and haven't yet seen the Legendary Unlock video, I'd encourage you to check out my YouTube channel. In that other video, I'll provide infographics and explain how to unlock Aun'Shi through his legendary event, Philosophies of War. So we'll start the video off with a giveaway, and thank you to all of you who entered the lucky draw. We had well over 800 comments, and unfortunately we only had 3 prizes to give out. In first place, winning 150 Eldryon shards, is Paul Taylor. Paul missed out on Yarrick when he started the game, but he has 1 character on the Dirty Dozen list. Well, congratulations Paul, now you have 2 hopefully, and you've got Eldryon, who I believe is the strongest character in the game. Our 2 runners-up are Jonah Martin, who talks about the synergies between different characters and how the Eldari synergize particularly well together in order to compound their usefulness. And the other winner is Mad Max, who's just enjoying the content. Congratulations to both of you, you both are winners of 50 Eldryon shards. I've replied to your original comments on the Dirty Dozen video with instructions about how to get in touch with me and redeem those codes, so please just check in there and follow those instructions. Congratulations again to all 3 of you, and thank you for everyone else for taking part. This will be a regular feature that we do monthly with the Dirty Dozen videos, so I hope to see some of you again. Let's have a look at Aun'Shi. Aun'Shi is a member of the Tau Ethereal caste, the ruling caste within the Tau Empire. He made his name as a Tau legend fighting against the orcs on the colony Kel Tir, where his skills with the Honor Blade and leadership turned disaster into success against the savage greenskins. With the lore out of the way, let's take a look at the character. Let's take a look at Aun'Shi in the early access version of the game that's given to us as content creators. Everything is obviously subject to change, but it gives us an insight into the character in the first instance. I think the character model, firstly, is fantastic. He looks super buff, super cool, he's got this really awesome Honor Blade, and yeah, great kit, well done to the art department. In terms of attacks, you can see he's got a melee power attack that has 5 hits, and he also has a movement 3 action. You can see there the stats for armor, health and damage, but they don't really mean anything here, but I'll show you them in comparison to other characters later on. He does not have a ranged attack, and we've already seen his active and passive because those are both in the game. His active is on the screen, inspired to greatness, and there's a lot of text there, but essentially what it is a recharge mechanic. It allows Aun'Shi to allow another character to use their active again on a subsequent turn, and that's the key thing. They can't use their active twice on the same turn, but it's on a subsequent turn that their ability is recharged. For his passive, we see Serene Unifier. Again, here a lot of text, but the gist of it is at the bottom half of the box. Essentially every turn, Aun'Shi's passive does something different. Reduces damage, provides extra movement, or increases damage. And it applies that bonus at greater range to Tau Empire units. So again, incentivizing you to build within the faction and use him alongside other Tau characters. So I just want to demonstrate here exactly how Aun'Shi's active work. In this strange universe, Typhus is allied with Aun'Shi and has just used his active to decimate some orcs. The orcs get into position but just kind of wait there for round 2, and you can see that on Typhus's turn 2 he does not have his active ability. However, Aun'Shi moves closer to him, applies the sort of active recharge effect, and Typhus's powerful ability is able to be used again. In this second video, we'll do things in the opposite turn order, and this time we'll let Typhus start by moving into position and using his powerful active to deal damage to the orcs. You'll see that after he's moved and taken his turn, he turns grey, indicating he's unusable again. Aun'Shi uses his recharge mechanic, heals Typhus, but Typhus still cannot take another action, and it's the orc's turn to counteract things. They decide to just stand in a line again and wait to get hit. So it's now back to Typhus's turn, and you can see there that his active is recharged and he can do his ability again. With the gameplay footage out of the way, let's take a look at the character summary in text form. Aun'Shi is essentially a support character. Although his active has a lengthy description, it can be distilled down to essentially being a recharge mechanic. He heals a character and allows them to use their active again on a subsequent turn. His passive is an interesting, shifting passive aura that allows a different benefit on each turn of the game. I think it will provide a lot of tactical nuance when playing the character, particularly in player versus player modes such as Tournament Arena. In this early access version of the game that we've been provided, he does not have any traits, but as always, these things can be subject to change. He has movement 3, which is game average, and a power melee attack with 5 hits. He does not have a ranged attack. I know that this character has just been released hot on the heels of massive changes in the game. His greatest strength is that he is a plug-and-play character, and Aun'Shi's active can be used to combine with just about anyone in the game to great effect. Possibly, actually, too great of an effect, and we can see how our poor summoner friends are hanging out there under a dark cloud of uncertainty. A lot of people have been polarized by these changes, so I'd love to hear what you think of them in the comments below. In terms of strengths and weaknesses, he also has very powerful synergies with the Tau characters, and as they are able to take advantage of his passive aura at greater range. The other side of that coin is to make up for his powerful active and passive, Aun'Shi's stats are on the lower end of normal. If he isn't surrounded by Tau or characters with powerful actives, then his usability and strength is definitely diminished. If you haven't yet seen my video on character stats and the incredible work I've done with Ambassador Tauan, then I'd encourage you to do so. What I've done here is plugged Aun'Shi's numbers into our matrix, and you can see there how he compares to the other Xenos. If you want to see how his numbers compare to the other Imperial and Chaos factions, then you'll be able to find that in the infographics section of the Tacticus wiki, which again I'll include a link to in the description below. You can see that his health and armor stats are normal/low, and his damage stat is decent, but overall the character stats are fairly underwhelming. So that's all I've got. I'd love to hear about your thoughts for Aun'Shi and what you think he will bring to the game. As always, if you are a newer player and have the time or scope to support me in my endeavours, I'd love if you'd consider entering my Refer a Friend code as seen on the screen. It goes a long way in supporting me and enabling me to continue to do this. But don't worry if you can't do that, I'm just happy that you're here and hopefully enjoying this content. I'd like to sign off the video with a recruitment pitch to Pants of Horus. We are a 19 guild strong cluster who have alliances that range from casual to competitive. If you're ever looking for a new home and a group of fun and friendly players to play with and support you, please come and check us out. Feel free to tag me and I'll be sure to come by and say hello. Good luck with the Aun'Shi event, and I hope that you enjoy playing with the newest Tau character that comes to Tacticus. Bye now.
Doo-doo-dee. It's Nandi.